Well, very good morning and welcome to my second video in my series of training and adventures towards the National Three Peaks Challenge. You join me just outside of Amberley about 7 in the morning. So the route I'm doing this morning is just outside of Amberley, to go in a sort of clockwise direction, and then just going to find a cross-country route all the way around, long way around towards Arundel, and then basically back. Should provide some good views, some nice scenery, even if the weather is a bit closed in. I still think it'd be pretty nice today. So this morning's about 17 degrees. It feels comfortable actually, it feels really nice. It's a bit misty, so it feels a little bit cooler with that moisture in the air. Tops of the downs, which I'm going to be heading up towards very soon, are just capped in a bit of cloud and mist. So I'm not sure if that little layer is going to be gone by the time I get there, or if I'm going to get out the top of it. We'll see. You know, I like to go on, well, I mentioned last time about it's nice to have a nice flat path to start, get you nice and warmed up. This is the end. It's only been 10 minutes, so I hope I'm all warmed up now, because climbing's about to begin. Nice long climb right up onto the top of the downs. Quite excited to see what we find at the top, whether I'm in the mist or above it. But and it'll also be good experience to practice a bit of navigation if the weather is a bit less than ideal, because in that way just get used to it, just in case, you know, the weather closes in on the mountains or something. Just gives me a bit more confidence to actually be able to navigate, even with a GPS location. You know, just extra little bits and bobs in the toolbox to just help me keep my confidence and just keep me out of trouble, really. So here we go. Wow, that was steep. That was really good. And my reward to getting to the top of the downs is fog. Or cloud, really. I guess I'm in the clouds. They're just very low. They're quite thick actually. I can't really see any blue. Sometimes it's so thin that you can see that it's trying to clear. But yeah, just too thick today. Navigation wise, it's too easy. You know, in the UK, especially, well, in England anyway, for the most part, especially down here, you can't go wrong with nav. It's all footpaths. There's no open areas of cross country to navigate with a compass, dead reckoning, that sort of thing. It's just follow that path and it comes to a fork. Is it left or right? It's quite easy. I can't see more than about 50 metres on the path ahead. It's pretty cool. I like it. Just sort of standing in a plinth in the middle of nothing. Very cool. I love it. Sheep today. Last week it was cows. Just got a new backpack, trying it for the first time today. It's a Montaigne Trailblazer 30. Very comfortable. I find for me the thinner straps are more comfortable than the padded ones. I just wanted something a little bit bigger for all the kit that I'm going to be carrying in the future, and also pockets. I thought that'd be amazing, you know, grab your snacks and bits and bobs without having to stop, because I like the idea of just carrying on. When I do get going, I like to keep going. These backpacks, or this one, is kind of made for long distance runners or fast hiking apparently, which is perfect. If you don't like spiders, this isn't the place to be today. So many lines crossing the path. It's crazy. I'm just getting this tickly feeling on my face. A catalogue of nature today. I'm hoping you can see that. They are deer running away. Don't even think I'm speaking that loud. It's so quiet here though. But they are. They're obviously spooked. They've seen me. Probably just seen the camera go up on the stick. So I'll take a quick pit stop in a minute, because I was in such a rush to leave the car park. It was about that time. It would have been amazing if there was just enough of an inversion to just peek out the top. I just guess it's not high enough here. So I've never experienced an inversion like on top of a mountain or any high ground. So it'd be I just can't imagine how amazing it would be to stand on top of a mountain, or even up here, and just below you there's this blanket of cloud and the silence. Gotta make it happen. Gotta make these things happen. Gotta get out there and get it done. So I'm determined to see a lot of stuff. Tornadoes, inversions, northern lights. It's more about experiencing things in this life than having things, I think. But you gotta get off your butt and do it. You've gotta do it. You know, you think, I'm tired, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. You'll always be tired. There'll always be an excuse. Don't be the excuse. Be the reason. Be the force that drives you. This is turning into an inspirational video. I'm not that clever. Let's get back to talking about spiders' webs. I didn't actually expect to do anything particularly dark just yet. Actually, I was going to do a lot of day hikes, but because I started out so early, and that's why I brought a torch. I didn't need it. But I think sooner rather than later I'm going to have to invest in a decent head torch. I know that I'm going to do in Scafell Pike in the dark, up and down. So I'd want something really bright to just see my way around without any problems. I tend to keep my pocket knife handy. I don't know why. It's not like the wilderness here. It's not like I have any trouble and tend to use it for malicious purposes. Today's vlogging for me is quite a new experience. It's a very new experience. I often find when I'm walking along and people are looking at me, I think, what's this guy doing? And then I see the cameras. Oh, he's a bit of an arse doing a vlog. He's one of those. And it's weird, you know. I've never seen anyone do a vlog. And the thought of, I don't know, it'd be just interesting seeing someone just talk to themselves essentially, or talk to a camera. But I don't know, it's quite natural. Just imagine you're talking to a friend or family or something. But of course I'm talking to you guys. It's quite fun. Feels like I'm not alone. I know a camera's not much company, but I don't know, it does feel like I'm sharing the experience, which is nice. I think visibility is improving, or I'm just walking through patches of good and bad, but I'm just about to go up to the top of that. There's lots of poo on the ground, right? That's not unusual. I mean, it's not like, oh wow, he's telling me there's poo on the ground, that's really good, that makes the video special. No, what I'm getting at is there's animals in this field, and again, I just don't know what this poo belongs to. Trick point, signifying trigonometry. Oh, this is so cool. This, just walking into here, just reminds me of something like from Lord of the Rings, or maybe even Endor. I've got about 2k to go to Arundel, so I think I've done about 10k so far. I'm about halfway there, and I've done just under 2 hours. I've slowed down a little bit because I just decided to take it all in a little bit more instead of rushing. I know the speed is good training for the stamina and the 3 peaks and everything else, but if I slow down, I can just appreciate it and be out here a little bit more. It's good therapy for 5 minutes, it's even better therapy for an hour. Ah, finally, some actual paved road, about a k or less to Arundel. Snack time! OT bars. I've done this before. Now this should be interesting. Got across the train lines. Always feels a bit dangerous. So you know you've made it to Arundel because there is a whopping great big castle just out there in the distance. The castle there, just a bit bigger now. Just going to curve around this little waterway, find a bridge over the road and into town. So here we are in Arundel for a bit of urban hiking, urban vlogging in the ghetto that is Arundel. Not gonna lie, some of these coffee shops and places look very, very appealing, but I have to carry on. Towards the castle walls we march. Just entering the grounds now. Just find my way into something sort of interesting. There's like a lot of businesses and bits and bobs at the start up here. Almost felt like I was walking into an industrial estate with all the signage. But I think if I press on with conviction, I shall find something a bit more interesting. See what we find. One thing about this new kit, it's got so many straps and clips on it. Every time I stop, I keep forgetting to do one up. Just get used to it. Now I'm just about to walk down this path. I'll show you. Massive big sort of valley. It's really steep. It's beautiful. My path is descending down into that. It's just a shame I won't get to walk in that valley. Snack time again. Nutri-Grain this time. So good having these pockets just accessible in your, like a waist belt. I'm loving it. I do like this bag. Ivy's caterpillar. Can't miss this guy. It's really, really stunning. Even on a day like this. It's beautiful here. I'm going to check the map in the hope that I go up that hill there, because you know me in elevation. It's not that I love it, I need it. I am going up this hill, not the grass path, but this chalky sort of cutout, which is even steeper. So I've obviously picked this route for a reason. My goodness. Yeah, that was a short climb. Really good. It's turned into a very gentle uphill now, but it's constant. It's great. So I've got 4.5k left to go. Going back up into the to the tops, well, the elevation, the high ground. Clouds are just not really budging. They are here to stay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the weather, because I'm here as well. And I can't go anywhere except back to the car. So I can't call an Uber. Not from here. You could always get a, you know, with all the sheep around, could get a Uber. No, didn't think so. Sorry. I'm just coming up to what I can see is the last bit of the walk. This path of mine's downhill, all the way to the bottom. I should pick up some water, like a river, stream. It's going to wind its way all the way to Amberley, so I'm just going to follow that all the way to the main road, and then the fun begins. So just got one last little bridge to cross back over the water, because the car's on the other side, finishes on the other side, but the bridge has got no pavement and there's only enough room for 2 cars to pass. So it's always interesting. I've done it once before. It's not very nice, so that's going to be fun. Been seeing a lot of these UFO looking Darth Vader type helmet things, discs, just randomly. And this one's inside a pen, but some of them are just random around this area. And I wondered what they were. They look like they're little feeding things, pots or something. Right, where am I? Oh, I've gone well off. I've gone well off the path. I shouldn't be here. Navigation wise, it's too easy. I got completely lost then. I took a path that was almost exactly next to the path marked on the map, and I just went to some massive dead end and I just couldn't get out. So now with any luck, as I'm back on track, I should come out to the river, which I do, and then I'm just going to follow this all the way round to Amberley. Nice. Oh, look at that. There's a seal. There's a seal. That's amazing. I'd never have imagined seeing a seal. What is it doing here? That's awesome. That was so cool. You know, we're talking about going through wildlife pens and enclosures and things. And like I said, I've heard of them in Inverness. I've spent time in Inverness, walked up the river in the hope that I might see one, but never have. I'm just randomly walking through a path in West Sussex next to a river, and there's a seal just chilling on a tree, on a fallen tree. Oh, that's cool. I've seen a couple of adders, only 2 mind in my years. I've heard we have dolphins around the coast and things like that. People do see them in the channel, I think. I've never seen anything like that though. That's so cool. It's a final push to the end, less than 2k, about a mile. It's got quite muddy. Just reminds me of what is to come. You know, with the winter and the rain and the bad weather. The detour I took, getting lost, probably took about 20 minutes. It was ridiculous. I don't know what happened. Just went the wrong way on a similar path. Didn't quite see my route. It does happen. But to get properly lost like that, with walls, and that was proper, shouldn't have been there. But it was alright, just took time. So it's 25 past 11 now. So I did notice OS Maps had me going up a different route and then back down for some reason. Ooh. And then that's probably added half a k to my route, but I haven't done it. I took a footpath route which looked really dodgy, really bad, but it's led me to this boardwalk. A bit slippy, but it's definitely a path. A bit more sure than when it started out. You get to go through more animal areas. Oh my goodness, it's very muddy here. What a muddy, wet end to the walk. I am filthy. Absolutely disgusting. But it's not fun unless you get messy, right? If you see me in the next clip, you know I've survived the road. Just a quick shot of what it's like. It's not too bad, actually. It's not that busy. There's a couple of little places I can hide if it gets busy, but I am very, very lucky. Just as I say it. So I've got a few cars coming now. Oh. As much as I love walking, it's always nice to come back to the car, sit down, change into your trainers to drive home. I haven't sat down for the whole time. But that was so good. So good. And now I have to negotiate my dirty trousers in my wife's car. Make sure I don't get a slap when I get home. So that's another walk, another week, and another step closer to the National Three Peaks Challenge. Thanks once again for joining me. It's been a nice walk despite the weather. Seen quite a lot of animals, the usual cows and sheep, a high-vis caterpillar, and even a seal. Amazing. Still can't get over that. Maybe we'll see something interesting on one of our walks in the future. Till then, I'll leave you to it, and I'll see you on the next one. Laters.